Stop for a moment and think about the last time you felt a surge of gratitude, maybe for a beautiful sunset or a friend's kindness, only to be followed by a nagging sense that you were somehow being dishonest with yourself, that you were ignoring the darker, more complicated feelings swirling beneath the surface. I've spent years studying Carl Jung's work, and what I've discovered is that this very tension is not a sign of failure, but the precise, fertile ground where genuine psychological growth begins. Jung did not see gratitude and the shadow as opposites to be chosen between. He saw them as essential partners in the difficult, beautiful process of becoming whole. In the next few minutes, I want to share with you the profound, practical method Jung developed for cultivating a gratitude that is not a fragile denial of reality, but a robust, unshakable acceptance of all that you are. I see so many people struggling with this, and Jung's clinical observations from a century ago feel incredibly modern. We are often taught that gratitude is about focusing only on the positive, on the light. We make lists of what we're thankful for, trying to force out the anger, the envy, the resentment we also feel. But from my deep research into Jung's cases, I can tell you that he understood this creates a psychological split. It forces the so-called negative emotions, your shadow, deeper into the unconscious, where they don't disappear. They fester, gain power, and inevitably erupt later, often in distorted, destructive ways. The urgency here, the reason Jung's insight matters so much now, is that this kind of fractured positivity is unsustainable. It leaves us feeling like frauds, our gratitude brittle, and our shadow ready to sabotage us at any moment. Jung's genius was in showing that true strength comes not from excluding parts of ourselves, but from integrating them. So what was Jung's revolutionary insight? He proposed that the shadow, the repository of everything we deem unacceptable in ourselves, is not our enemy. It is a vast, untapped source of energy and vitality. In my analysis of his work with patients, I remember one particular case where a man prided himself on his boundless patience and gratitude. He was perpetually thankful, yet he suffered from mysterious bouts of fatigue and irritability. Through their work together, Jung helped him see that his gratitude was a mask, a persona he wore to hide his deep-seated and entirely human capacity for rage and selfishness. The breakthrough didn't come when he eliminated his anger, but when he finally acknowledged it, sat with it, and even thanked it for trying to protect him. This is the core of Jung's method. Authentic gratitude cannot exist without first making the honest, courageous descent into the shadow. It is an act of thanking your entire psyche, light and dark alike. This challenges the common, superficial thinking that gratitude is merely a practice of counting blessings. For Jung, it was an alchemical process of transforming the base metal of our rejected self into the gold of conscious self-acceptance. Now, let's translate this into a practical Jungian method you can start using today. This is not about slapping a thank you on top of your pain. It's a three-step process of deep psychological work. First, you must practice shadow recognition. This is the foundational step. At the end of each day, don't just list what you're grateful for. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, what emotion did I try to disown today? Was it jealousy, laziness, petty judgment? Acknowledge it without judgment. Write it down. Simply say, today I felt envy. This act of non-judgmental observation is what Jung called making the shadow conscious. Second, engage in conscious dialogue. This is where you move from observation to relationship. Instead of fighting the shadow emotion, thank it for showing up. This might feel strange, but put yourself in this situation. If you feel a surge of resentment towards a successful colleague, don't suppress it. In the privacy of your mind, say, "Thank you, resentment, for revealing my own deep desire for achievement and recognition." You are not endorsing the resentment. You are thanking the unconscious for communicating a hidden truth about your own needs. Finally, practice integrated gratitude. This is the culmination. Now you can express gratitude from a place of wholeness.
Your gratitude list might now include, I am grateful for the capacity to feel deep envy because it shows me what I truly value. I am grateful for my anger because it reveals my boundaries. I am grateful for my shadow because it makes my light possible. This is the gratitude that has depth and weight. It is unshakable because it is built on the truth of your entire being, not just a sanitized fraction of it. Jung's ultimate wisdom here was that the goal is not perfection, but completeness. A gratitude that denies the shadow is a house built on sand, but a gratitude that embraces the shadow is a fortress built on bedrock. When you apply this, you will find your capacity for thankfulness expands exponentially, because it is no longer conditional on everything being good. It becomes a fundamental orientation toward life itself in all its messy, glorious contradiction. And this work of integration is what directly prepares you for the essential question we must explore tomorrow. What is the relationship between psychological work and creative expression? You see, once you've begun to make friends with your shadow, all that raw, untamed energy needs an outlet. Jung discovered that this integrated self is the very wellspring of authentic creativity. The art, the music, the stories that truly move us don't come from a sanitized, positive-only mind. They erupt from the depths of a psyche that has made peace with its own darkness. Tomorrow, we'll delve into how your shadow work becomes the fuel for your most profound creative acts, and why Jung believed this was a non-negotiable step in the journey of individuation. If this perspective resonates with you, I would be so grateful if you'd let me know in the comments and subscribe to continue this journey together. I look forward to sharing Jung's incredible insights on creativity with you tomorrow. It's the next essential step in understanding how your wholeness expresses itself in the world.